Hello, I'm back. No, you're back. Today I'm gonna get started on putting the front suspension on my car. I still run the stock front suspension from 1989. It worked okay. Not cutting it no more. So here's basically what I got going on. So I gotta get the sway bar link off. I gotta get my brakes off. I can leave the hub on. I gotta fight with these for 45 minutes to get those off. We gotta take this guy off, pop that thing out, and then we get to play life or death and see where that spring hits me in the face. So I got the Racecraft camber caster plates. No clue if this is right at all. Literally, I have no clue. I just kind of put this together and it looks right-ish. We got the coilover in. That's also, I have no clue. I just, seems like it's doing a thing. We got the lower control arm in. I think that's a Racecraft control arm. I don't know. I got them for free, okay? Just relax, okay? New ball joint, neato. And I did notice if you guys are doing coilovers on your third gen and you plan on using the stock spindle, you kind of gotta just massage it a little bit, if you know what I mean. I didn't give two flying fucks if I had to grind on this because I converted these stock spindles to the Strange brake kit. So I had to cut it up anyway, and I really didn't care. So if you plan on doing this, you gotta kind of grind right down here. And you can see that the coilover is still touching, and I do need to go back and grind a little bit more. But basically, oh man, it's gonna be hard for you to see, because of course the sun. You just gotta grind the shit out of that metal and get that back so that the coilover is not, resting on it. So, I mean, I gotta keep going on this just a little bit. As you can see, the corner edge is just kind of resting on the spindle. So just keep that in mind. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, fly. I do have Racecraft 2-inch drop spindles, but I said, get out of here. The car is already gonna be pretty low in the front with the coilovers on. So I didn't want the car to, can you see that? I didn't want it to rake really bad. I hate the way that looks. It may work for most people, but I said get out of here. It may work for a lot of people, but for some people, I can't do it. I just don't want to do it. Can't do it right now. I might do it, okay? I don't know. I want to make these stock spindles work. I just want to see where it's at height-wise. And if it's still a little, too high or whatever, then I'll just use the other ones. I mean, I got those for free too. I know, crazy. But I mean, the rear of the car literally just has drag shocks and 1-inch drop springs. So with the coilovers, I mean, this is gonna really get sucked up, the wheel. And I mean, the main reason I'm doing this is for, racing, but it does gotta look a little good-ish, Lord, I just rambled for, just nonsense. Pull that shit off, possibly break my jaw, lose a fucking femur or some shit when that spring comes ripping off. Gotta get this coilover all set and ready to go. I gotta get the body paint on, get this installed, and then get the control arm installed and get whatever the fuck this is off. I don't know why I do this thing. And just to show you guys, this is what I meant. This is the area that I had to grind. I maybe grinded a more than I needed to. I just kind of wanted to make it as look smooth as possible and take a nice rounded edges. And then I also took basically this was a straight, and then I rounded this edge out to what goes to the tie rod in. So, because this end, it pokes up a little bit. So I wanted to make sure that the coilover cleared it. And so I just grinded that down, and now you got plenty of clearance. So maybe this is just my application, but if you do this, just be aware you're probably gonna have to grind down this part of the rear spindle, the stock one. If you get an aftermarket one, you'll be fine. Well, it's a good thing I checked this. That's an issue. Well, I'm gonna have to address this. That is my caliper bolt for my caliper bracket. Smoked! I mean, smoked bad. I don't think the bracket itself is bent. I'll check it here, but I suppose it's better to find it now. Find it on the track. And that makes sense why when I pulled the rotor off, it had that fucking weird wear on it. Because that there would be the rotor. Oh, the bracket got fucking smoked. Oh yeah, threads are all fucked up in the spindle. Here's the bolt. As you can tell, she is smoked, a little bent. Here's what it's supposed to look like. As you can see, it's fucking got smoked by the threads. Pinched out just a little bit. That looks twisted to me. I think I might have to put the 2-inch drop spindles on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to retap that. Yeah, that's all the first half of those threads are just pulled smooth out. Piece of shit, get out of there. Sure you guys can see how fucked the threads are. So, small chance I can retap that. I might give it a shot. It's either that or I just use the other spindles, which I don't necessarily want to do, but I might have to. There's that. Well, I'm going to get that lower control arm off, clean up a little bit, and come back with the game plan. Alright, control arm's out. That stuff's cleaned up. And I got a temporarily permanent solution for my debacle. So I picked the threads out that were all busted up. I picked out the broken ones and then I re-chased the threads. There's enough of them. I went and got another bolt that was a little longer, and there's plenty of, stability and grip, I guess you could say. And then I put this locking nut on the back of it to help prevent that one from backing out. But there's plenty of strength in it. It's not this flush style that comes with the kit. It's kind of like a flat style in a way, but I got another couple bolts ordered that are pretty much the same thing that I have here. And so I'll put it in just to eliminate more damage done to this. So that's that. Should work. Everything should clear. This seems to be out of the way. We'll find out. And I got all this cleaned up. I got this cleaned up. So we'll get the spindle mounted on the control arm. And actually, I'm gonna mount the control arm first and then mount that. We'll get the other stuff on there. Yeah. Alright, so this side is back in. It is super roughly in there. And so I gotta just do a bunch of adjustments and stuff. But here we go. Control arms, coilovers, camber caster plates in. Obviously it's going to need an alignment. So I just gotta get it as close as I can. Make sure everything fits the way it needs to be. I gotta get a new brake line and a tie rod. And I can get this thing kind of sort of aligned enough to at least put it on the ground, adjust ride height. Kind of get the steering straight-ish, get the camber straight-ish or up and down. And then I'll take it to the alignment shop and have them do the finals on it. But other than breaking all the shit that, you know, is all my fault because I was either in a hurry or just didn't pay attention when I, you know, assembled the car. Which is a really easy process, it really is. Honest, getting the old spring out, that's sometimes scary, but we'll keep working on it. I'll wait for those parts to get in, put the new parts on, bleed the brakes again. Then we'll get the car on the ground. Alright, so I kind of got it roughly on the ground. I mean, everything's just loosely put together still, but it definitely looks way better. Currently the ride height, I measured from basically the base, the bottom of the coilover, where the adjustment spindle. So right now, the way the ride height is set is I measured from right here up to the actual adjustment where the spring sits, and from here where I have it set is 4 1/4. Same thing on the other side. So that is the car sitting on coilovers in the front. I was a little worried that more of a lower drop spring in the rear, but actually everything looks pretty good on the car. So I'm just gonna get the tie rod put on it and kind of roughly align it and everything, and then hopefully I'll be ready to kind of do a little bit of street driving on it so I can see where it's at, obviously get the alignment done, and then I think we'll be going to Rock Falls to do some racing before race week, and just kind of get the car ironed out so that I have more confidence in it for a race week. So that's pretty much it. Camber caster plates, tubular control arm, coilovers. I hope you guys stuck through it. Probably a boring video. I'll try to make it somewhat interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and deuces.